Hello everyone, I'm so happy you're here today. We are going to be making this triple flap card using the Penguin. Isn't he cute? So the triple flaps, so you have your triple flaps here on the card. Isn't it cute? Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to be making this adorable, cute little penguin card, and it's a triple flap card. So the triple flaps you can see here, they open up like this. And then we're using the brand new Penguin Place bundle, which is a stamp set and a punch. And then the designer paper is from Sale-a-Bration this year. So the Penguin will be in the holiday catalog, which starts on August 3rd. And then the Sale-a-Bration mini also starts on August 3rd. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start with the base. This is your basic black. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now the pieces moving forward will sound a little odd, and it will make sense as we go along to make the card, all right? So just go along with me here. So the basic white is 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. Then the fresh freesia is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then this piece of designer paper, which we're gonna cut, but if you want to cut it like we're cutting the fresh freesia, I just cut this piece at 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I've already cut my piece, but I'm just giving you the size of the designer paper if you just want to cut the strips like we are with the fresh freesia. All right, so let's go ahead and do this piece first with the flaps with the fresh freesia. Let me grab my paper trimmer. Okay, so remember this piece is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So what we're going to do first, we're going to line this up on the 4 1/4 inch side across the top of your trimmer, and you're going to line this up at 4 inches. And we're going to first score. Not going to cut, we're going to score at 4. So you're going to have a 1/4 inch overhang, okay? Then we're going to turn it on the 5 1/4 inch side, and we're going to cut 2 pieces at 2 1/8. And then you should be left with a piece that's cut at 1 inch by 4 1/4. Okay? Now, if you want to cut your designer paper, which I've already cut, so now if you want to cut your designer paper the same way like we did the fresh freesia, you're going to cut your 2 pieces at 1 7/8 by 3 3/4, 2 of those, and then 1 piece is going to be left at 3/4 by 3 3/4. All right? So, and I've already got those cut here, so let me show you those. So this is the piece of the designer paper. You can see how I cut it. And if your paper is like got animals on it like mine does with the foxes and the polar bears and the penguins, you want to cut it so at least their cute faces are showing. So that's the way I cut mine. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and move our paper trimmer. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab my bone folder. We're going to fold these little score lines here at the edge. Remember we scored that at 4 inches, so you have that 1/4 inch hangover, which is going to create the flat part of the card. Okay, so now our flaps are going to go onto our basic white piece right here. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So now we cut this piece a tad bit smaller. Now let me show you why we cut it a little bit smaller. So now you can cut your basic white piece cut at 4 by 5 1/4. But when you lay your fresh freesia over that, can you see how it hangs over just, well, it's like short a little bit. So the basic white hangs over the fresh freesia a little tiny bit over here and right here. So instead of having that overage of the basic white, we just cut it down just a smidge. So we cut it down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. So first we're going to go ahead and put our Stampin' Seal along the back side of our basic white, along the 2 outside edges of the long sides, because then our little 1/4 inch overhang is going to grip onto that adhesive. Okay, so the first flap we're going to hang over is going to be the wraparound is going to go on the back side on the right. So you can see like this fresh freesia now is bigger than my basic white. Can you see that? But what we're going to do is we're going to take this edge of the fresh freesia and line that up exactly with the basic white. And then you're going to take your back edge of your 1/4 inch and wrap it around just like that. Okay? So press that into the adhesive. So then you're going to take your second piece and you're going to put this on the same side, on the right hand side of your flap, to wrap it around the back. But this time we're going to line the bottom edge of the fresh freesia with the bottom edge of the basic white, and then just press that into that edge. Now in between here should be at least an inch flap. So this is where this flap is going to go, but instead of on the right hand side, we're going to flip it over to the left. And this should fit right between there perfectly. So instead of putting it on the right hand side, we're going to slide this over to the left and tuck that behind and grab that adhesive behind that basic white. Okay, so there's your 3 flaps. So now this is what your back side should look like, with your 2 1/8 flaps over here and then your 1 inch flap over here. Isn't it cute? So now you can see where there's no overhang now. Okay, all right, so we're going to take our designer paper. Remember, these 2 pieces are cut at 1 7/8 by 3 3/4, and then this piece is your 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're just going to put our paper onto our 3 sections here. Whoa, that's stuck to my grid paper. That's not good. There we go. Okay, now that we got our designer paper onto our fresh freesia, isn't that cute? And then we're going to take our basic black piece, and this is going to layer right on top of that. All right, so let's go ahead and put our adhesive along the back. Isn't that cute? All right, now I did go ahead and punch out with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I cut out the scallop with the basic black and then the fresh freesia circle. And this one is about the 2 1/8 size circle. And then this one is the scallop that's about 2 and 2 1/2. Okay, so these are going to layer together. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our penguin, and then we're going to also put our penguin together. So first we're going to go ahead and stamp inside of our card, which this is the flaps on the inside. So we're going to first take our stamp with our penguin, and this is the Penguin Plates. We're going to use this little cute little penguin. Okay, so then here's the penguin punch. This comes in a bundle. If you purchase them together, you could save 10%. So we're going to first stamp our penguin for the inside. And I'm going to take my Mento ink. We're going to stamp the penguin right here at the bottom right hand side. So he kind of hides behind that first flap at the bottom. So cute. And then we're going to go ahead and take our punch. And this time we're going to punch out. Now there's the penguin full body and then the penguin white part of the body. So we're going to first punch out the penguin's full body, which I'm going to punch over here to the side. Okay, so there's my penguin's full body. This is going to go on the front. And then I'm just going to punch out the piece of basic white with the insert of the body. This is also going to go on the front. Then I got a piece of Mango Melody cardstock, and I'm going to punch out 4 of the feet. So the feet are at the very top here, so I'm just going to punch out 4 of them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my mini glue dots with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of each of the feet. And I'm going to put 2 feet on the inside penguin, and then I'm going to put my other 2 on the front for that penguin. Okay, we're going to put our feet and then stamp our face onto the body of the front one in a little bit. So let me go ahead and stamp my beak here. I got the Mango Melody. I have the cute little beak here, so we're going to go ahead and stamp that one on the inside. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. And this one is going to say on the inside, because the front says, I like you a lot'll. It says it's a little, except a lot. We're going to stamp this along the top edge to go underneath that top flap right here. So when that's closed, that covers that up. All right, so now let's go ahead and build our penguin for the front. We're gonna go ahead and stamp our beak again for the penguin's face. Oh wait, we better stamp the eyes first. This one has to be stamped with the eyes. So we're gonna stamp our eyes up at the top, like between the little heart. Then we're gonna stamp the mango melody and the beak. You want to stamp first because we're going to put dimensionals on that. So let me go ahead and grab those. So this is like punch art. Just going to build a cute little penguin. So cute. Put the white body onto the black base of the body. He fits really cute inside of the black body. Isn't he cute? And then we're going to put our feet with the glue dots again. So let's go ahead and do that. So adorable. And then we're going to pop him up on a dimensional 2 on the circles here. And then I think I popped all of these up, but let's go ahead and put them on with the Stampin' Seal. And then the penguin is going to go on the front. And I think the greeting went on the bottom of him. So we're just going to leave a little bit of a space to put "I like you a lotto." And let me get that basic white piece. We're going to stamp our greeting, which says "I like you a lotto." Stamp that. And then I'm just going to hand cut that out. And then what I did is on the end, I just flagged it with my scissors. Okay. And then I attached this greeting with the glue dots. So let's grab those again. Greeting sticks really nice underneath our penguin. So cute. Okay, so "I like you a lotto." And then on the inside, it's a little except a lot. All right, then one more thing. Let me go ahead and close up my ink pads, and we're going to tie a ribbon around this flap right here. Okay, so I'm using the Fresh Freesia Open Weave ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a fake bow here at the bottom. I'm just going to estimate about how much ribbon I need. Remember, you can tie your ribbon anywhere you want, and then you can slide it in position wherever you want it to end up being at. Okay, so there's my fake little bow. I'm gonna trim the tails a smidge. And then I'm just going to slide this over to the edge. Okay, right about there looks cute. All right, and then this flap is where my penguin is going to go. Now this is totally optional as well. So wherever you want to position your little circle here, your scallop circle with your penguin, you can move it towards the center more, and then you can just trim this edge off if you want of your 1-inch flap over your panel flap. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim off just a smidge because it's not going to be seen anyway, because I'm going to cover mine up just like that. Okay, so we're going to pop that up on dimensionals. Put 2 dimensionals at the end of my arm here. And you can leave that arm the full length if you want. And close your card. And then your penguin serves as a closure as well. So I'm just going to put him right about there. Isn't that cute? And you can open it like this. Then you can also put another panel on the back side if you want to sign more if you want. That's totally up to you. And you could also make it into a full-size card too. So make your basic black, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So then that would be a full-size card too if you wanted. Okay, so that's how you make that cute little penguin triple flap fold card. I love it. So hopefully you'll have fun making this card. I have all the items I used except for the designer paper and the bundle with the penguin, because those aren't available until August 3rd. But I'll have everything else listed below if you want to purchase anything from my online store. Also, give me a thumbs up if you like today's video, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.